This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Texas A&M set to kick off their christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8.
Ready? Wide 80. Sweep. Under. Go.
Back to pass. It's Mateer. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
Quarterback keeps it. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
Ready, go.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that. pick.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Reed. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Reed fires to the wideout. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
And the Aggies, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Unloads quickly. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls it, fired complete. At the 35, he's got room. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
14. Shift.
Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Box, box, box. Hey, move.
To the air, it's Mateer. Gonna take a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown Sooners! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. The Sooner schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't, fall over in your seats.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Period, first down here. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Here's Reed to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The run inside. It's Edwards.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Reed. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Now here's Reed. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Stepping to the right. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. And after that incompletion, they are left with a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Texas A&M's offense takes the field ready to get this drive going. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Reed. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it along the sideline.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The Aggies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. On the ground, it's Edwards. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. Trying to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. A&M comes back out with another first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Reed escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to run it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. No chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. DB's right up on the receivers. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Makes it past the marker. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. And the Aggies moving quickly to the line.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here's Reed to throw. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Reed. Pressure coming. Snagged out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. In the red area, it's Owens. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Reed. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Steps away. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 4 team, the Auburn Tigers.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throwing Reed. Unloads it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Shoots it to the left. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Like every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Gets the back moving. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the stomping has commenced. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. No chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Reed. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Running inside, it's Edwards. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Fourth down, Reed unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Reed to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Reed. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Texas A&M going quickly.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off.
And here's the third interception of the night. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making checks. He'll run it again. Fighting off the defender. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Now on 1st down from the 30. The run inside. It's Edwards. At the 20, he's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Throwing Reed. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Reed. Under fire. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Reed. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Rushes on him, avoids pressure on the right. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Booster!
They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here.
and they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to... Turning it on! And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Aggies want to crank the tempo.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping them.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB, because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
It'll be third and long. Here's Reed to throw. Moving out to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Reed to the air again. Moving away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He wants to throw it again. Working the middle. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job. There he goes! All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. They want that clock to run. And he got 5 yards on the play, second and 5 coming.
got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
A designed run for the quarterback. Plows through the defense. Just shedding tackles. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.